I want to get more perspective now from political expert and staff writer at The Atlantic, David Frum, who is joining us tonight. And David, obviously there's been so much happening in Washington this week. One thing that happened, I asked President Trump in the Oval Office about those criticisms of his administration from Marjorie Taylor Greene. We are now in the middle of witnessing a major blow up between the two of them. One that a lot of people probably predicted would or did not expect would ever happen, with the president attacking her and her now calling the president, saying that he is lying about her and that she believes this is all over him trying to bully other Republicans into not voting in favor of that discharge petition on the Epstein files this week. I wonder what you make of what's playing out.
It's like they put truth serum in the MAGA water cooler, and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Donald Trump are both condemned to tell the truth about the other. Everything each says is right. They are narcissists. Marjorie Taylor Greene is right that Donald Trump has no domestic agenda except to harm ordinary people, and Donald Trump is right that Marjorie Taylor Greene is crazy. So it's useful information all around. But what I worry most about this and the Epstein files and all the things that Trump has tried to keep control of, escaping his control, is he has one big distraction in his hand, and I fear he may be about to deploy it. We are seeing in the Caribbean right now the largest buildup of U.S. naval forces in the region since the Cuban Missile Crisis. There's no plan. There's no authorization by Congress. There are no regional partners. It is not a war that should be fought in this way at this time. But one thing it would do is change the subject.
So you're worried that he could take action on a foreign policy move to distract from what's happening in Washington?
Yeah. I think that explains a lot of his foreign policy operations, but the forces are there. They've been pulled away from other theaters where they might be needed. They're building up to something. Again, they have no authorization. They have no allies. They have no goals. But boy, would it change the subject. And boy, does Donald Trump right now need a subject change.
Yeah, and we've seen what's been playing out. Obviously, the president was saying tonight he didn't know if he'd take that step. He wasn't sure. We know he's been briefed on options there. But on this, in and of itself, do you think that that is the reason he's criticizing Marjorie Taylor Greene, though, is because he doesn't want other Republicans coming out in what, we've told could be a huge snowball effect next week when Speaker Mike Johnson actually puts this on the floor, that a lot of Republicans could end up bucking the White House and voting for this?
I think he genuinely can't help himself. I don't know that Donald Trump has fully formed strategic plans. He has a lot of impulses. He's also testing the old magic. After one of the things that has happened after the elections in New Jersey and Virginia and elsewhere, and Georgia maybe most significantly, because there was an all-state race that Republican candidates lost, is a lot of Republicans have to be thinking, what about my future? I used to think the greatest hazard to my future might be that Donald Trump would criticize me, but maybe actually now he can't help me and might even hurt me. And that's a little bit of discipline lost. And Marjorie Taylor Greene may be the test case where a lot of less inflammatory Republicans are saying, if she gets away with this, we can all get away with it.
Yeah, and she's obviously someone who has been a huge advocate of his and very loyal to the president, especially after January 6th, when everything happened. And obviously, no one can forget Biden's.
She's not a good actor. I mean, she's not a hero of the Republic, but she is somebody who may be just crazy enough to actually believe the things that Donald Trump says without believing them.
Can I also get your thought on the Attorney General Pam Bondi coming out 4 hours after Trump says, conduct this investigation, and she says, okay, here's the prosecutor who's in charge of it?
Yeah. It used to be thought quite improper for an attorney general to take orders from a president about who to prosecute and who not. In this case, the hypocrisy is extreme, but there's a real danger that Donald Trump has been going through his TV viewing and saying, I want Pam Bondi, I want you to prosecute this person, that in a case you will lose, and I want you to prosecute this person. You had Congressman Swalwell on just a few moments ago. And President Trump is directing his attorney general to bring a case that is obviously meritless and will obviously lose, using sometimes appointed prosecutors whose appointments aren't even valid. And the attorney general is submitting to this and not resigning in outrage. She should have resigned her office a long time ago.
Yeah, remarkable to hear what they're accusing Eric Swalwell of. He's talking about he still has student loans that he is paying off in this moment. David Frum, it's always great to have you, and thank you for joining us on this Friday night.
Thank you so much.